Yes, people, big up. What is going on? Welcome back to the Champions League show. It is the greatest club competition in world football, and the round of 16 second leg is here. After a week of some incredible results, some crazy results, some results that we didn't expect happened, and yeah, man, can't wait. Josh, welcome back, bro. Last night, we had a great show, Premier League show, record-breaking numbers, kind of record-breaking numbers. But you know what? Hey, Champions League show. Let's get it rolling, man. Hope we're doing good, man.
I'm doing all right, mate. Personally, it's feeling a bit of a drag at the minute with uni and all that. But in terms of football, I couldn't be a happier man at the minute. Hopefully, that continues tonight and on Sunday, going into the international break. But yeah, at the moment, I'm a fairly happy guy, and let's hope Arsenal continue winning. On my behalf, anyway.
100%, 100%. People, first and
And big up
foremost.
to everyone that tuned in to the Premier League show as well last night, as Akevin
Oh
alluded
yeah,
to. Wonderful numbers.
100%, man, 100%. People, first and foremost, on your way in, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Turn your notification bell on so you don't miss a live, you don't miss an upload, and you don't miss a video. All of the sort. You don't miss a notification from the channel, any updates, and such and such. Um, Also, leave a comment in the chat, hit the like button, so it helps with the channel, helps with the algorithm. Helps us interact with you guys. If you're new around here as well, like I said, and if you want to see more Champions League talk, Champions League content, hit the like button and subscribe. And first and foremost, everyone, happy St. Patrick's Day. As me as a Boston Celtics fan, I have a green clover, or my team has a green clover on the logo of on the logo, but yeah, on the logo of the Boston Celtics, we have a green clover, and our lucky, you know, our the emoji of the franchise is a clover. So, as a Celtics fan, to all of you, happy St. Patrick's Day. You know, Boston Celtics, not Celtic Football Club, Boston Celtics. But anyways, even if you're a Celtic fan, from Scotland, you know, happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you guys as well, and everyone around the world celebrating. 100%, man. Let's have a great day. Let's have a great day.
Indeed.
I'm in my Celtics. I'm in my Celtics shirt because obviously St. Patrick's Day. That's why. I wouldn't be wearing it if it wasn't St. Patrick's Day. But I mean, unless it's a game day, then of course I would be wearing it. But enough of basketball. We'll get to that in tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. But yeah, man, Champions League. Champions League is here. I mean, the first few games tonight. I mean, Bodo Glimt, Sporting Lisbon. I mean, do you want to just get that prediction out of the way because it's the first game? You might as well just get the prediction out of the way.
Yeah, of course. Is there potential remontada in this game? I don't know. I doubt it. I think Bodo Glimt are on a 5-game winning streak at the minute, so all odds would suggest that they win again, especially considering they're not playing league football at the minute, because I believe that ended around November, December time. And yeah, I feel in terms of predictions, I'm going to go with the Sporting 2-1 win. Bodo Glimt's winning streak will be ended, but they couldn't care less. They'll be in the Champions League quarterfinals for what I assume will be the first time in their history.
I'm gonna go. What's the aggregate score right now? Is it 2-0? 2-0 to Bodo.
3-0 Bodo.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Sporting Lisbon, but Bodo going to go through. That's what I think will happen. But yeah, man, I can't wait. Next game, I think we might as well go to that anyways. Also, I'm gonna ask you: do you think Bodo Glimt have a good chance to make a dark horse run and become like one of those underdog story teams? Like maybe could potentially go to like the final if all goes to plan.
Akevin, I think they're already on an underdog run, mate.
Okay.
I think they're already on an underdog run. The fact that they've got 1 foot in the quarterfinals is absolutely massive for a club the size of them. The fact that they managed to progress through the league phase, not only that, but beat Inter Milan, European heritage, one of the biggest clubs in Italy, in the playoffs. I mean, listen, they're going to be a hell of a tough team to beat. I reckon they're getting to the quarterfinals. And whether it's against Arsenal or Bayer Leverkusen, they've got a good chance against either of them. Because at the end of the day, they've got the quality to hurt any team on the planet within 180 minutes. So it's going to be exciting to see how they got on. not only tonight but potentially in the quarterfinals as well. No, I suppose it's tomorrow. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, man was hearing Bruno Fernandes needs to go. Bruno isn't good enough. Not likely to break the Premier League assist record. I guarantee he would win the Champions League too. He would be European records potentially. We never know. You never know.
We'll see if that's the case next season. Won't we?
Next season we'll see, man.
Because more likely than not, Manchester United will be in the Champions League. Will Bruno Fernandes be able to keep it up? He has done before. There's no reason why he can't do it again. Bear in mind, he was about to be sold to Saudi Arabia last summer. Imagine how different your season would have looked then. Let's not forget that under Amarim, he was essentially playing as a defensive playmaker. Crazy work, crazy. But anyway, this is Champions League. So I guess in terms of Bozo Glimt, it's reminiscent of Malaga 2012-13. That's the most likely comparison I can come up with. But there's been plenty of underdog runs before, and Bodo Glimt are the latest in the long line. So, and yes, Shivan, we'll get to that, but Arsenal do have to be careful as well. Way too many people think it's a foregone conclusion.
We'll sort out next
Boss of Blue, wages. The Glazers want to save up on wages, you know.
Mostly it's the wages. Yeah, mostly it's because of the wages. If you weren't losing Casemiro, I'd be title shouting. Sorry, literally caught me off guard. United. Coming to United, man. Yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good. Anyways, we might as well go to the next game. Arsenal, your team. We might as well kick things off from there. I mean, it is the next game after. I mean, I'm going to go in order of the fixtures that are listed at the moment.
Yeah, of course. Listen,
you can go with.
This was very much reminiscent of Porto 2 seasons ago. Only difference is we got very, very lucky with the penalty that we got. So we're essentially going into this game with a blank slate. We just need to win on the night in order to win the tie, obviously with the lack of away goals. If away goals were still a thing, I'd be a lot more chuffed with robbing Leverkusen, essentially, last game. It was a penalty, as per the rules, but it was ridiculously harsh. You can't be giving penalties for that. It's a contact sport. And it evened itself out against Everton at the weekend because that was a Stonewall penalty which wasn't given, which could have easily cost us. But at the end of the day, Bayer Leverkusen, listen, they've won at the Etihad this campaign. They've claimed a few scalps, I should say. Then again, they're very sort of yin and yang in this competition this season because I think they also lost 7-2 at home to PSG. I think they missed a penalty as well. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. They knocked Olympiacos out in the playoffs, who aren't a bad side at all. Arsenal played Olympiacos at home in the league phase, and Olympiacos created a lot of chances. I'm expecting something similar tonight. I think Bayer Leverkusen, they're not just going to sit back. They're going to be looking to hit us on the break, and we are going to have to be very, very careful. It's no good focusing on the cup final on Sunday. We've got a job to do tonight. And if we get caught out, that could be costly. You know how high stakes it is in the Champions League. In terms of team news, Odegaard's still not back. Timber won't be able to play. He got subbed off against Everton at the weekend. Hopefully he's going to be able to make the final, but he's not going to be able to make it tonight. I feel because Ben White has many minutes, the chances are Mosquera is going to play at right back for us. I don't know if Calafiori stays in. He probably should. Obviously, Zubimendi and Rice getting run into the ground. They're going to play again. Eze is going to play most likely. And listen, Dowman, wonderful cameo against Everton, but I highly doubt he's going to start a single game for us unless we've wrapped up the title with a few games to go. I wish. But I hope, I should say. But listen, it's not going to be an easy game. Like I said, Ackerman, it's very similar to Porto 2 seasons ago, where our fans are going in with blind, cocky arrogance. It doesn't work like that in the Champions League, you know. Against Porto, we managed to scrape through on penalties. I think we're going to scrape through tonight. At the end of the day, it's a results-based business. I don't care how we get to the quarterfinals. I just want to get there. I would love to see a wonderful performance, especially because we have the cup final on Sunday. But most important thing is the result, especially at the business end of the season. And keep up the unrealistic hopes of a quadruple alive. I would like that for at least a few more days.
This is your biggest game of the season by a country mile. I mean, this has to
be
your biggest.
Every game is at this point.
I mean, true, but so far in the Champions League, this is your biggest game. And away at Leverkusen, your performance wasn't promising. That's something you got to worry about. It was awful. I think the way you guys underestimated Leverkusen. I think that's how you went for it. I mean, you went through the game. You kind of underestimated Leverkusen in a way. They outplayed you, but you managed to nick a draw. I mean, fair enough. You can't complain. However, you get out of that game. Now you're going back home. It should be a newfound confidence, really. I mean, all you just have to do is win. I mean, you're through. You don't really have to care about the scoreline. Just to win, 1-0 win is fine. You go through. I don't know what to expect. I mean, surely it has to be an Arsenal win, right? I don't really think Leverkusen can stop you at the Emirates. I mean, at home they could have, but at the Emirates is a different story. I think you guys are clear favorites to go.
Well, Akerman, if we do manage to get through tonight, it will be only the second time in our history where we reach the Champions League quarterfinals for 3 seasons in a row. The only previous time was in 07, 08, 08, 09 and 09-10 when we got knocked out by Liverpool in the quarters in 2008, knocked out by your club in the semi-finals in 2009. I know Bossa Blue will be loving that. And by Barcelona in 2009-10 in the quarterfinals again. So there's no guarantee whatsoever when it comes to Arsenal Football Club in Europe, But I am expecting a win. If we don't win, i.e. get knocked out, it's going to be disastrous, especially with the chance to end a 6-year trophy route on Sunday coming up. We need to keep the confidence flowing. We need to keep a winning run going. Let's not forget, for as poor as our performance was in Leverkusen, that was the only time we haven't won in the Champions League this season. Let's try and get back to winning ways. Let's book a Norwegian date in the quarters. And yeah, let's keep our unlikely dreams of a quadruple alive, After that, we need to win this game, and then we need to win on Sunday. Then we've got an international break where hopefully the majority of our players will be rejuvenated, re-energized, going into the final straight. But this Leverkusen game is going to be tough. I don't know if you want me to give my prediction yet, but sorry?
Not yet.
Not yet, of course. But it's going to be a tough game. I think we'll edge through it. But it's not going to be easy whatsoever. I think Arsenal fans will be quite annoyed at the amount of chances we give away. I think they'll be quite annoyed at how difficult we'll find it to play through them. But I do think we'll get through. I do think so. So, up to you, lads. Keep it up.
No, I think you should, man. I think you should because at the end of the day, you're at home, and looking at your path to the final, this is your biggest chance to win the Champions League. I think ever. Let's be real, ever. I mean, except for when you made it to the final back in 2006, that was your biggest chance to win it. But if we're talking road to the final, and in terms of quality-wise in your team, this is definitely the best chance for you to win the Champions League. Do I think you'll win it? That's a discussion for later down the line. But for tonight,
let's get past Leverkusen first.
Tonight, I have a sneaky feeling Leverkusen turn up tonight. They'll turn up. It'll be 1-1. You get a bit of a scare, but Arsenal should go through. I don't think it'll be that. I don't think it'll be comfortable though. I think it'll be like a scrappy win though. But that's how it should be anyways in the Champions League. I mean, it's gonna have to be like that. In the Champions League, you just don't know what to expect. You don't know who's gonna turn up. You don't know who's gonna, you don't know what result you can get. If you lose tonight, you've only got the Premier League and the League Cup. That you really have a good.
And
chance.
the FA Cup.
FA Cup, depending on the semi-final fixture.
Well, depending if we beat Southampton.
Because
they beat Coventry at the weekend,
Liverpool,
Championship leaders. So.
Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and Arsenal. I mean, only one of Man City, Liverpool can make semi-finals. So I'm assuming there's going to be 3 big clubs in the semi-final. There's going to be 3 big clubs in the semi-final. And who do West Ham play again? West Ham play...
They play Leeds.
So one of Leeds or West Ham will make the semi-finals. So it's going to be like a big semi-final regardless, in my opinion. I think you guys should be able to win that. But enough of the FA Cup. We'll talk about that in the future weeks. But yeah, man, Arsenal should be able to go through. I want to go for a funny Leverkusen win, but I think Arsenal.
They're capable of doing it, you know. If we're not on our A game, we will get punished, you know. So
it'll be 2-1 Arsenal, and I think you guys will scrape through. I don't think it'll be like
you know,
I don't think it'll be steamroll. I mean, you can steamroll, but I don't think you will. I think it'll just be like a 2-1 Arsenal win. Like you'll scrape it, but you'll go through.
I think it'll be 2-0 Arsenal as well. 2-1, I should say.
2-1 Arsenal. Okay, 2-1 Arsenal. Fair enough.
I feel like it's one of those where we get a goal, we get a bit cocky and arrogant, and then we get a second goal. We start trying to showboat and all that. Then Leverkusen get a goal back and set up a nervous last 25 minutes. But I think we'll hold on. I think we'll go through. It won't be ideal preparation for the cup final on Sunday. Big up, Jack.
Jump on, bro. If you're free, jump on, bro.
But yeah, a lot of people, I think they're going 2-0, 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I don't think it'll be easy at all. I think we'll make it hard for ourselves, as has been the want this season. Not so much in Europe, but in other competitions. So yeah, I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. And I'm going to be a happy man if we do get through, of course. But then attention switches to Sunday, so no rest. Imagine what the players feel like. Eh?
Leverkusen should have won the weekend with Nama and Bayern. True.
There's a goal wrongly ruled out, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
Not wrongly ruled out. I think it was just offside. I think it was offside.
Fair enough. Very tight. You know.
Yeah, but regardless, I mean, Leverkusen, Bayern Munich should be relieved, man. That was Champions mentality. Regardless if it was a draw, like that, fair play to Bayern Munich for getting that draw. You know what I mean? Because 9 men, they could have lost that, and that could have been a damning indictment on their weekend. Because Dortmund won as well. But I mean, I don't think Dortmund are going to catch up. Obviously, it's going to be Bayern to win the title by a distance. But yeah, man. I mean, big up Bayern. Big up, man. Anyways, next game I think we go to is Chelsea PSG. Can Chelsea turn?
You know what? I have a sneaky suspicion that something big could happen in West London tonight. Bit of a side note, it's a bit of a nightmare for the Metropolitan Police, considering 2 of London's biggest clubs are playing on Europe's biggest stage tonight. But listen, Chelsea, they suffered a capitulation in the first leg after that Jorgensen era. Listen, if it was 3-2, maybe even 4-2, I mean, that lead is... they can easily catch that lead. The fact that it's 5-2, that 94th, 93rd minute dagger, that's a tough one. That's a very, very tough one to take. Having said that, I think there's something brewing in the West London air tonight. You know, I think Chelsea will surprise a lot of people. But having said that, PSG, listen, I don't think they played their game at the weekend, as is the one with the French league. Whether rightly or wrongly, at the end of the day, they help their clubs to perform to the best of their ability in Europe. England notoriously has never done that. Like, I think even the League Cup was made as a competition to stop or persuade English clubs to stop competing in Europe. England has never wanted European competition to get involved with their clubs, but that's a different history lesson altogether. I think Reece James is out with a hamstring injury, which is a massive, massive blow. He should be back in time for the World Cup, thankfully, but we're going to need him for that World Cup with his set-piece deliveries, especially if Rice is taking the piss. But yeah, I don't know. The odds seem stacked against Chelsea at the minute. Pitiful defeat at the weekend against Newcastle as well. Never really turned up. Palmer's got to step up. João Pedro's got to continue his good form. Their defence, I mean, Chelsea. Like, for Chelsea, the best form of defence is attack. You know, they're going to have to keep on PSG from minute 1 to minute 90. So, you know, the less chances PSG carve out, the better, I suppose. But Akvin, what are your thoughts on it, man? Relegation to world champs. To be fair, I think Liverpool will turn it around as well. if not convincingly. There's no Galatasaray fans at Anfield for the second leg.
So there's no who for the second leg?
There's no Galatasaray fans for the second leg. I think after the Juventus tie, UEFA banned them from,
No, but
traveling.
But still, though, I mean, regardless of Galatasaray fans or not, it's still gonna be predominantly Liverpool fans. It's still predominantly Liverpool fans, regardless. Like, they won't be able to hear their own fans with the Anfield crowd. I hate to admit it as a United fan, but the Anfield crowd is something else. And
Something else on Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. But Champions League it's different on Champions League night, so let's be real. I have a feeling Liverpool will get knocked out.
You think they'll get knocked out?
Yeah, but I'll give my prediction shortly. Not now. I'll give my prediction shortly.
Yeah, of course. What's your prediction for the Chelsea PSG game?
Chelsea PSG. I'll speak on the game first. I mean, I think Chelsea first leg made huge errors, man. Like, Jorgensen should not have started. You played. Reece James is now out injured. I think Chelsea are in a bit of a sticky situation, and that's going to play to PSG's hands. I mean, PSG have a 3-goal lead, albeit it is at Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea have come back before against PSG, and they know how to get the better of PSG. They beat PSG 3-0 in the Club World Cup final with majority Chelsea fans. But listen, that's a neutral game, and that was a game that mattered more. Yes, it does matter for Chelsea now tonight. Tonight matters a lot for Chelsea, but I don't think Chelsea will go through. I think Chelsea will win the game, but I think they go out. I did say 4-2 an aggregate scoreline, but I think it'll be 2-1 Chelsea now, and I just think PSG will go through. I think Chelsea will win the game 2-1, but PSG will go through. And just on the Sporting Lisbon Bodo Glimt game, I'm changing my prediction to 2-1 Sporting, but Bodo Glimt go through 4-2 on aggregate. But with the Chelsea PSG game, like I said, I think Chelsea will win the game, and I think PSG go through. But it'll be 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah, that's PSG.
You know what? I reckon Chelsea are going to revert back to the blueprint that beat PSG in the Club World Cup final. Rosinia's going to study off Maresca's copybook, I suppose. I reckon Chelsea will be winning 3-0 going into injury time. And then PSG last second dagger, Iniesta style, in 2009. I think PSG progress in the final seconds. Listen, that won't be season over for Chelsea, as much as a European exit will be disappointing for them. I mean, they've got a free ticket to Wembley with fucking Port Vale in the semis, in the quarters of the FA Cup. So season's far from over for them, even if they do get knocked out. But no, I reckon they'll put in a good performance, Chelsea, and in the end, they'll think what could have been by the end of the 90 or 120 minutes.
The only thing brewing the air in London is hopefully Arsenal winning, whilst Chelsea and Spuds have stinkers. I think Chelsea will be gone, and I think Arsenal should be able to win though. Although I really do want to say 2-1 Leverkusen just for the bands. I don't know why.
Well, it's Arsenal in Europe, you know. You never know.
Should I just say it, or should I just like?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Nah, I don't want to get embarrassed.
Make sure to clip this in case it happens, or in case Leverkusen go for it.
Nah, Arsenal win 2-1. I'm gonna go 3-1 Arsenal. Fuck it, I'm changing to 3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal. I think you guys will win. But it'll be like a tight 3-1. But Chelsea, I think Chelsea are gone, man. Unfortunately for them, I mean, they had a good chance, but then, Liam Rosinia should never have started Jorgensen. The 2 mistakes that he made cost Chelsea in the Champions League. At least it could have been like a 2-2 or 3-2 to PSG and take it back to Stamford Bridge with a good chance for Chelsea to go through. But then the fact that Reece James is now out is something major. It's a major, it's a major blow for them now, because they're gonna have to deal with Kvaratskhelia on that side, and that's gonna be a tough one for Malo Gusto to handle. I mean, I won't be surprised if he can, but I still think PSG will go through. I don't think Chelsea will score enough. Chelsea tend to waste a lot of chances as well in front of goal. I mean, Cole Palmer, can he turn up under the lights of Stamford Bridge? But we'll see, man. We'll see. But I think Chelsea are gone, man. I thought Chelsea was good in the first leg. I mean, they weren't bad. It's just the mistakes that they made.
They didn't. Yeah, they played well. They made a good account of themselves, but that Jorgensen error led to an absolute seismic collapse in the last 15 or so minutes.
Yeah, so I see PSG winning and I see PSG going through, but Kvara brace, okay, fair enough. Be a draw at Anfield.
That'll be fucking funny. That was. Then again, I would rather PSG or Chelsea in case they make the remontada. I'd rather either one of those sides play Liverpool in the quarters than Galatasaray because I think both clubs would have a relatively safe passage through to the semis in that case. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we've given our. What's your prediction? You said Chelsea will go 3-0 up, and then PSG
3-0 up, last minute PSG goal with Iniesta star. Yeah, Vitinha from just outside the box.
Even if it's Sacrozinho, who will they bring in? That's the thing.
Gary O'Neill.
And also, Chelsea suspension as well. Don't forget they had the transfer suspension, so they're going to struggle with the transfers as well.
No. It's a suspended sentence. If they don't make any more offences, that won't get triggered. That won't be in place.
First team players, I think.
Sorry.
I think
it's a suspended I think it's a suspended sentence.
Brian,
I could be wrong. I'm not too sure about Chelsea.
Brian's a Chelsea fan, so I think he should be able to tell us in the chat.
Fair enough.
Brian. But yeah, you go through, Arsenal go through, and Bodo Glimt go through. So far, that's our predictions for tonight's games. And for tonight, the last game we have is City Real Madrid. And you know me, Man United fan, I will not want to see a remontada in this game for Man City. I do not want to see City go through or win the game. I can see City winning the game. But I mean, Madrid just Mbappe, Bellingham back, adding that firepower. I mean, is Antonio Rudiger, is he fit for tonight? I don't even know.
I think he is. He was in the didn't he do the pre-match press conference for this game? Yeah, I think that would indicate that he's like good enough to start.
Who was the Madrid player that got injured last game? Who was the Madrid player that got injured? Oh, it was the left back, wasn't it? It was Ferland Mendy that got injured. So they're gonna have to play.
They're 3-0 up. They're not going to concede a 3-goal lead realistically.
Who knows? They've lost 4-0 to City before, so I won't be surprised. But the only problem is Haaland in recent games has not been bagging. He's not been able to find the back of the net because of his support cast, and that's not Erling Haaland's fault. It's his supporting cast. Who he has behind him is not supporting him well enough. He's supposed to be the out-and-out striker, the goal scorer, the bagsman. And you're not finding him. You're not giving him the ball. You're not providing him with the assists. You're not providing him with the chances. How is he supposed to score? Erling Haaland. He's a great striker. He's gonna struggle if City can't find him. First leg, the way Real Madrid defended. I mean, not defended, but the way City played. I mean, okay, they might have played better, but at the end of the day, they didn't score goals, did they? So they're 3-0 down now, and they're going back home. I mean, it's not over to the final whistle or the final whistle of the game. However, I think Madrid go through. I think Madrid will go through, and I think Madrid will win the game 2-1. I think Real Madrid will win the game 2-1, and Real Madrid will go through on aggregate score. What are you saying with this game?
What am I saying? I feel with the cup final coming up, Pep will allow for a bit of rotation in the squad. Who exactly in terms of personnel, I don't know. But I think there will be obvious rotation. Whether that's Rodri coming out, whether that's Bernardo Silva coming out, whether it's even Haaland's coming out and Marmoush being given the opportunity, I don't know. But I think Pep will rotate a bit ahead of the cup final coming up. Quite frankly, it's easier. Well, there's a bigger opportunity of putting Silva on the table in that competition than there is making the comeback against the Kings of Europe. And in the instance that does happen, which I think it will, in terms of Pep's team selection, I think Real Madrid will run out comfy 2-0 winners. I think it'll be quite a breeze, to be honest, a bit like the second leg of the playoffs in the Champions League last year. I don't see City doing anything, if I'm completely honest. I don't think we're going to see a 4-0 City win like we did in May 2023. I don't think that's going to happen. Would I like that to happen? On the one hand, they'll have to play Bayern Munich in the quarters before playing us. On the other hand, that will give them so much confidence that'll probably kickstart their infamous winning run that they usually have under Guardiola. So I don't know, man. Either way,
The thing is,
it's a win for me. Yeah.
wouldn't you want City to play their first team tonight?
Oh yeah, I would, but I don't think Pep will.
The problem is, like, you're also playing your first team tonight, aren't you? And that's the thing, like, Pep's doing the right thing if you think about it. If Pep's gonna rest his starters for a cup final, it's the right thing to do. You're going for a trophy. A trophy's on the line. You're throwing everything at the trophy. Sunday's a big game. You know, it's against your child.
You mentioned the goalkeeper, Akoven. Arsenal, Man City did the Carabao Cup final, like media photos and whatnot. James Trafford was pictured. Kepa was pictured. Raya and Donnarumma weren't. So I think those two will be starting in the final anyway. I think Donnarumma will be starting tonight. But at the end of the day, I think Pep will make a bit of rotation, and as a result, Real Madrid will run out comfy 2-0 winners.
If James Trafford starts tonight, it's GG's for Man City. They ain't gonna win that game. You saw the times when James Trafford started for City. What's happened? You know.
James Trafford's a good keeper, but he made a few mistakes, and then City, being the elite, ruthless, admittedly cheating institution that they are, just went out and signed the best goalkeeper in the world to sort out their problems. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, lads.
2-1 City. Okay, fair enough. I think Madrid will score first though, and then City will just score then City could score 2 late goals, just no pressure. You know, Madrid will be 4 up. But I think Madrid will win. I think Madrid will win 2-1. I think going to the Etihad and winning is not a common theme for Real Madrid, but they've done it before. It's not a common theme, but they've done it before. They've won once. They've won once there in normal time, one time on penalties in the quarterfinals. And that was about it. I mean, Madrid don't often win there, but they can get a result. Last time they played there, they were 2-1 down, and then they had to score 2 late goals to win the game. So I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised if Madrid just win the game, and I think the Madrid will go through. They should be able to go through anyways, in my opinion. I mean, they're up 3-0. There's no reason to not. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, both teams will probably rotate a lot. Both teams can rotate. City can rotate. The problem with Man City is they're gonna struggle with Vinicius Jr. at the right back spot, because who's playing at right back? Is it Kusanov? Is it
Matheus Nunes probably.
Matheus Nunes. So maybe there's a chance that Vinny Jr. has a good game, and I think Madrid will win the game. But the left back situation might be an issue for Madrid. It's just if Camavinga can step up to the task, and if Bellingham and Mbappe can come into the lineup and pick up form and pick up, and pick up shot. But we'll see, man. We'll 100% see. But I think Madrid will win, and you're saying the same. City will win the game. You're saying City will win the game, yeah?
No, I'm saying Real Madrid will win the game. 2-0.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, Pep resting his starters for the final is the right idea. You pretty much feel that you're out. You're gonna go for what you call a cup final is better. You might as well take the cup final. It's at the end of the day, bro. Like I said, sacrificing for a trophy is the right move. You can't be, I mean, sure, Champions League is also important, and I hear that. But you have a cup final on Sunday. You better throw it away and take the risk and just come back next season stronger. I see it at least, and it's the right move. And for Arsenal should do the same. If you're winning the game comfortably, take out all your starters and rest them for the cup final. You both have the same amount of rest days. Same amount of rest days anyway. Rest time same because you're playing on the same day. You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah.
Yep.
Big up to you, bro. Uefa must be shaking their heads by how many teams are 3 goals up. Bro, trust me, man. Trust me.
I think they'll be happy because the majority of English sides are out. To be fair, so
I don't like the draw. I'll be honest with you. It should just be random. Why does it have to go according to like seed?
Well, I like our route to the semis certainly, but obviously we have to do our jobs. But yeah, if we got put on Bayern's side, then yeah, I'd be fucked off.
Fair enough. Next, we move on to tomorrow's early kickoff: Barcelona Newcastle.
Yes, Newcastle horrendously unlucky not to be going to the Nou Camp 1-0 up.
Big visit to the Camp Nou tomorrow for Newcastle. Sorry, continue.
No, I don't see anything other than a Barcelona victory here. Having said that, Newcastle, I think, obviously Bruno Guimaraes is injured. That's a massive blow. I think Tonali was rested. If I'm not mistaken, he might have been injured. But either way, I don't think any of Newcastle's main three midfielders started at Stamford Bridge at the weekend. I think Joe Linton was given the rest, ready to play at the Nou Camp. Obviously, Anthony Gordon scored a goal at Stamford Bridge. He'll be hoping to replicate that at the Nou Camp or wherever it is Barcelona are playing. But I don't see anything other than a Barcelona victory here, to be honest. I mean, what can I say? I mean, Barcelona, they were shaky in the group stages, or in the league phase, I should say. But at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, PSG finished 15th last year, ended up winning the entire thing. So I don't think it bears any relevance whatsoever. With Newcastle, I just don't see them doing anything really. I don't see them laying a glove on Barca.
Do you know what I think?
And I hate to sound negative, but
do you know what I think will happen? Sorry to cut you off. Do you know what I think will happen?
I
think Newcastle are gonna draw first blood. I have a feeling Newcastle will draw first blood in the game. I have a feeling Newcastle will give Barcelona an early scare. I mean, going to the Camp Nou is a big game for Newcastle. I think Barca will just allow Newcastle to play the game first, and then second half Barcelona will just blow them out the water. I'm gonna go 4-1 Barcelona. I want to say 1-1 and Newcastle win on penalties just for the sake of the video and just for the sake of it, but I don't see it. I think Barcelona will win the game. I think Barcelona will go through. I think Newcastle. You're right. Newcastle were very unlucky not to win the game and go through on, or not go through, but take the 1-0 advantage to the Camp Nou. Very unlucky penalty at the end, man. They gave away a really dodgy penalty. Dodgy penalty, but they gave away a penalty at the end.
It was a Stonewall penalty.
Yeah, they almost got a 1-0 win against Barcelona. That would have been one of the best victories ever in the Champions League for them. One of the best ever victories in the Champions League for Newcastle. Trust me. Look at the team they have compared to Barcelona. You know what I mean? Like, but listen, I just don't see Barcelona losing until maybe they play you guys in the semis potentially. Spoiler alert. But we'll get to those down the line. But wasn't the away 4-0 Barcelona fair enough? Wasn't the away goals rule more exciting? Actually, I'm split between this because you know what it is, bro. Do you know what? I'm actually split between this. You know why? 2010 Iron Robin's goal could have taken its extra time. I was watching that game in America. I was 10 years old watching that game. Bro, we threw away that game. We were 3-0 up at halftime. Or 3-0 up at halftime, excuse me. We were 3-1 up at halftime. Robin scored a very nice goal to knock us out. That was the away goals rule that hurt. However, that Man United PSG game was special. Man. So I'm split, bro. I'll be real. I'm split. But it's just the away goals thing. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I think this is not bad actually. The away goals rule was a bit iffy. I prefer this one. I'll be real. I choose no away goals. Away goals rule is just a bit.
Away goals rule was a pain in the arse, but it did lead to some of the most dramatic moments in Champions League history. So swings and roundabouts. Obviously, Arsenal got screwed over by the away goals rule as well. They lost 3-1 at home to Bayern in 2013, and then beat them 2-0 at the Allianz. Would have taken it to extra time had away goals not been a thing. And Bayern ended up winning the entire competition. So, talk about sliding doors moment, same as Monaco in 2015, exact same scenario. Yeah, I'd rather they weren't. I'd rather away goals weren't a thing because I feel at one stage. Actually, to be fair, I haven't given too much thought to it, to be honest. I think both away goals, not having away goals, they both provide their benefits and they both have their limitations in terms of drama and whatnot. What I will say is I think the fact that away goals is no longer a thing, although it's more fair, I believe that it gives teams less incentive to go more attacking. Which, when you look at the Premier League, for example, we need teams to attack a lot more from an entertainment perspective. But yeah, to be honest, I'd rather they weren't. I'd rather the away goals thing wasn't a thing, and I'm glad that they scrapped it in the end.
2-1 Barca, they'll just have enough. Arsenal's penalty was Barca, but possibly, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that with you. Bayern Munich, Atalanta. Unless you're giving your prediction already, you said Barca win 4-0. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's much point doing the review to this. Having said that, there's a bit of stuff going on regarding Bayern's goalkeeper situation, if I'm not mistaken.
I was going to bring that up.
But I don't think that will have too much bearing on the result. I'll go 3-2 Atalanta. They'll put up a spirited fight, but listen, Bayern will rotate quite a bit. There's no drama.
I'll go 3-3. I'll go 3-3. I just think that with the goalkeeper situation, unless the 16-year-old keeper that comes in has a really good game, I think Bayern should be able to win the game. Still, actually, no, I'm going to go 3-1 Bayern. Why am I saying 3-3? I'll go 3-1 Bayern. I think the defense should be able to hold them on. Yeah, I think yeah, they should be able to win. Not much to preview in this game. However, shall we go to Tottenham first, or shall we go get Liverpool first? Because Liverpool's up next on the score. But shall we go Tottenham first? Get that one out of the way.
Might as well. I mean, I don't think there's much discussing this time.
3-1, let it go. Simple. Gone. Good night. Hope they get relegated as well. 3-1.
0-0 draw. Okay. Atletico Madrid, stinky deep block, get the job done. Spurs, spirited performance. They can take that into the league relegation scrap, but I don't think there's any remontada happening at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Guys, make sure you guys hit the like button as well, people. There's over 9 of you watching, or 10 of you watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button, all of you, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss the live, you don't miss the upload, and you don't miss the video. And also, leave a like, leave a comment in the chat, so it helps us with the channel, helps us with the algorithm. Leave your suggestions for more Champions League shows and content-wise. But yeah, big up to you guys for tuning in. Bar the Emirates, Anfield, and Camp, all the other matches are a foregone conclusion, possibly. And also make sure you guys...
I have faith in Chelsea, Brian, come on.
I'll put the link in the description of the video. Make sure you guys follow Josh's channel at Pain in the Arsenal. I will leave it right there. But yeah, man. You have a preview on your channel for the Arsenal game, or are you gonna?
No. I was going to do a video talking about the importance of winning the Carabao Cup and what either situation could do regarding the rest of the season. So stay tuned for that, lads. But obviously that will be filmed in the aftermath of what happens tonight, because then there'll be a whole lot more to discuss regarding that. If not.
And last but not least,
there's a few more games on.
Will Spurs rest for the 6-pointer on Sunday?
I think they have to. They're playing Nottingham Forest, aren't they? Sunday is looking like a great day for football, in terms of football fixtures, and I'll be seated for Spurs versus Forest.
I'm just glad we play first. So if we win on Friday, I can just relax for the whole weekend, just watch all the games unfold. So I just hope that happens, anyways. But I'll do the Red Army Round preview on Friday, so guys, make sure you guys tune into that. And the Premier League show also will be on Friday, so people do stay tuned to that. Anyways, we go to Anfield. Liverpool take on Galatasaray. I know I've given my little prediction before, but Josh, I want to go to you first on this game. What do you think will happen in this game? We'll spend probably like another 15 minutes on the video, and we'll wrap it up, people. 15 more minutes.
Well, of course, Liverpool rested at the weekend against Spurs. Obviously, Rio came in on the left. Gakpo started up front. I believe. What else did they do? I think Joe Gomez played alongside Van Dijk. Robertson. No, I think no. Kirk started. Robertson came on. Crux of the matter is, moral of the story, I should say, is Liverpool rested players for this game, which I believe they needed to. The players that came off the bench to try and steal the 3 points ended up not doing so and didn't really carry a great level of confidence around with them during those last 25 minutes in which they were on the pitch, which won't bode too well going into this game. But honestly, Akvin, I think this is a foregone conclusion. I mentioned earlier about Galatasaray's fans not being at Anfield for the game. I think Turkish clubs in Europe away from home are notoriously poor as well. So I don't see anything other than a Liverpool victory here. And the likelihood is whoever will be winning will be facing PSG in the quarters. So good luck to whoever does get through.
Sorry, do you know what's funny? I just messaged Jack, yeah. Do you know what's funny? I saw Turkish Airlines, the one when you mentioned Galatasaray, on my feed. Hey, Turkish Airlines.
Turkish Airways.
Galatasaray. Hey, bro. Liverpool, man. I mean,
Turkish
there's a chance that they get knocked out. There's a good chance that they could be gone. You know what I mean? I have a feeling that something dodgy and funny could happen at Anfield. I think Liverpool will score first, though. Actually, hold on. No. Do I think that, or do I think Galatasaray will score first?
You tell me, mate.
Liverpool will score first. Liverpool will score first. A bit like on the weekend, Liverpool will take the lead. The performances of late has not been good. You know, they'll go later on into the game. Galatasaray will score a last-minute equaliser and knock Liverpool out. A bit like the Atletico Madrid tie in 2020.
You're living in dreamland, mate.
I have a feeling Liverpool are gonna get knocked out. I don't know why. It's just, I get it's Anfield. I get Liverpool probably should be the favourites, but if no one else is gonna predict it, then why not me? You know, I agree with I agree with Brian here. I think it'll be a draw at Anfield. I'm gonna agree with Brian right here. Liverpool will take the lead, but then they'll get knocked out. I just have a feeling that the Champions League run could come to an end. And what has been a really poor season for Liverpool, I understand, is after they're spending a lot of money. I mean, they still got the FA Cup left, so there's a good chance that they could go to the semi-finals if they beat City, but who knows at this rate, So, yeah, Liverpool, we'll see, man. We will see. But do I think they have a good chance to go through? Still, for sure. It's at Anfield. The crowd will get behind them, but knowing Liverpool, their form as of late has not been great, and the performances as of late have just been dodgy. They've not been picking up good performances. They lost to Wolves. They lost to prior to that. Who did they play after Wolves? Was it an FA Cup match? Was it after Wolves? Oh yeah, they beat Wolves 3-1. After that, after losing to Wolves 2-0 at Molineux. And yeah, Liverpool have just been dropping points as of late. So, what can I say? It's just been a poor season by Liverpool. And I think Arne Slot is on the verge of getting sacked. I think he has the FA Cup to save himself. If he loses to City, they should just sack him on the spot. There's no point trying to get top 4 with this guy and just hoping that next season they can just find it out. Because what if he doesn't get top 4? You might as well sack him. Liverpool might as well sack him. Do I want him to get sacked? No, I don't. I want him to stay. But do I think he gets sacked? Probably. I think Liverpool will sack him because with the amount of money that they spend, and they're not producing trophies, results, on the pitch. At the end of the day, football's a results business, and if you're not producing, you're done. So yeah, I think Liverpool will get knocked out. But do I think that I think they'll win the I think they'll go through the FA Cup, but they'll lose in the semi-finals. So one of you or Chelsea. So we'll see.
Bold prediction, right?
Yeah, man, I'm just gonna go for 1-1. I just have a feeling that it's gonna be a scrappy 1-1. You know, I don't know why. Like I think that gets said many times. It's just a weird thought in my mind. Like I always have these weird predictions, but sometimes it just comes true. For example, I don't know why. You know, but yeah, man. Champions League. I mean quarterfinals. So if Liverpool or Galatasaray go through, you'll be up against Chelsea or PSG. So either
Yeah.
way, I think it's over for Liverpool, even if they go through. I think PSG will win again this season. Not the Champions League, but they'll win the tie again this season. What was the other one again? If Arsenal go through, who do they play? Bodo Glimt or Sporting Lisbon, isn't it?
Yes.
City, Real Madrid, they go through to play Bayern or Atalanta.
Bye.
Okay. Bayern, pretty much, yeah. But it's just like, or anyways. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah, of course.
Bayern. And then Barcelona will play either Atletico or Tottenham, isn't it? Or Bayern or Newcastle will play either Atletico or Tottenham. Yes, yes.
Barcelona or Newcastle will play Atletico Madrid or Spurs.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. So yeah, I mean, as based on our predictions, it will be for me. You read out your bracket, yeah, but we'll give our predictions on the next quarterfinal show, yeah. So for me, it'll be Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich.
Bayern.
And Arsenal versus Bodo Glimt. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. PSG versus Galatasaray. What's the other one?
That's it.
I'm missing one more. I think I'm missing one more.
You said Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid, didn't you?
Barca Atletico, Real Madrid Bayern.
Yeah, you said all four of them.
Oh, it's 4. Right. Yeah. And then PSG versus Galatasaray, and the other one was Arsenal versus Sporting Bodo Glimt. So yeah, man, that concludes the predictions for the round of 16 second leg. Josh, any last thoughts before we go? Any more you want to?
Yeah, well, my prediction bracket's slightly different. I think PSG sneak through in the second leg to play Liverpool, who my score prediction, I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool. Simple enough. I think it'll be PSG versus Liverpool, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid, and Arsenal versus Bodo Glimt. As you said, I think Liverpool are getting through. I know that's a more boring prediction. I know you live in hope, Akron, but I unfortunately have a more realistic, arguably pessimistic viewpoint. So I'll go with Liverpool to go through.
Okay, fair enough. What's your score prediction?
I said 3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool. Like I said, I won't be surprised if it happens. I already said either Liverpool could still go through. I'm not going to be surprised if Liverpool go through. I just have a feeling that I have a funny feeling that something's going to happen. So I went for Galatasaray just like that. Man said last minute equalizer when they hit Sun. Hey, listen, Osimhen will be there. We will be there. But guys, it's been the
Lucas Torreira.
Even funnier. You know, to the next Arsenal player to knock Liverpool out, that'd be funny. But yeah, that concludes the Champions League show. That concludes the predictions. And we'll be back live for the NFL show tomorrow night, people. So I'm back live tomorrow for the NFL show. The day after tomorrow, Celtics show. Then United show on Friday. United show Friday and the Premier League show Friday. So Josh is back on Friday for the Premier League show. And then yeah, that's it for the weekend, I guess, people. I can't wait for the shows. Make sure you guys stay tuned, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and make sure you guys also leave a like and subscribe to Josh's channel. The link is in the description of the video. We're 38 subscribers away from 600, guys. So we want to get there before the end of March. We're 2 weeks away from the end of March. So guys, you already know what to do. You know the deal. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And if you want to see more Champions League content, more football content, let us know. Leave it in the comments. Your comments are more than welcome. Also, stay tuned for the scheduled shows coming up very, very soon. So usually the NBA shows on Monday, Premier League shows, and all the sort. And Beyond the Ball is back for the international break, people. So make sure you guys do stay tuned to that. Me and Josh are gonna go live for the Beyond the Ball show. So that's gonna be something that we've missed doing since December. We didn't do since December because of the Christmas period. We just decided to do a Christmas special. And yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. But Josh, which NFL team do you support? I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Patriots fan, bro. Sadly, we lost the Super Bowl, but listen, it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, shit happened. But we're making some moves in the offseason, don't worry. And Drake May is gonna develop in due time. But yeah, man, an NBA show, Monday, Celtics show Thursday, and we'll see. People, that's been enough for today. Josh, last thoughts? Subscribe to your channel as well, people. Channel.
Yeah, of course. AN Sports is always the main priority. One thing I will say, Arsenal, get the job done tonight. So I can keep waking up with a smile on my face, as I have done throughout the month of March, for the most part. For every game, after every game. Whether it's beating Chelsea, being there to watch us beat Brighton, scraping past Mansfield, robbing Leverkusen away, or beating Everton with a 16-year-old carrying us to the final whistle. It's been a good month so far. Let's end it with 2 wins, end our 6-year trophy route, and book a quarter-final date with those Norwegians. Come on, you Gunners.
And just actually one more question before we go. Does if the English clubs get knocked out of Europe, so for example, let's say Palace get knocked out of Europe, Forest get knocked out of Europe, and only a few English clubs go through, does that affect the coefficient points for England?
Well, I think after that first leg, the coefficient points for England have gone right down, but they're still comfortably ahead. I think it will take a monumental fuck up from English clubs to hand Italy, or I think it's Germany, who's third place, the 5th UCL spot. I think the likelihood is it's going to be top 5 to get in the Champions League. So I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's the way it's going. So yeah, keep them peeled.
100%. Yeah, man, we'll definitely see. We'll definitely talk about the rest of English footballs and European competition on Friday for the Premier League show. I think Friday we'll do a show a little bit early because the United game's on Friday night as well. Don't forget, so there'll be a Friday night game and all the sorts. And if we don't play again for another 3 weeks, another 24 days, hey, what do I know? That's why when you get knocked out of the FA Cup, you don't play many games, don't you? Turkish Airlines will be saying hi to all of us soon. Big up Jack, anyways. Wow. Jack's going to come back on Friday for the Premier League show as well, people. Sorry you couldn't join today, Jack. I had to wrap up. Let's hope Villa go through so they will give up in the league. We'll see, man. I mean, I think Villa are going to go through the Europa League. I think they're going to win the Europa League. They're going to take it seriously because they got a Europa League winning manager anyways. You might as well go for the Europa League. You know what I'm trying to say? I think Europa League is where they go. Actually, let's go through the fixtures real quick for English football. I may ask you for the European coefficient rules, right? So for Friday, do you see Villa going through against Lille? I do. I think Villa going to go through.
I do too.
Nottingham Forest, Midtjylland. I think Forest will get knocked out.
Forest coming back in extra time.
They're losing 1-0 right now. And Crystal Palace, do they go through against AK Larnaca?
Honestly, I'm hoping not, so City can get their game in hand out of the way earlier. Assuming they get knocked out by Real as well, so I'm going to go with whichever Wi-Fi password they're playing to beat them.
Leon will go through. They're at home against Celta Vigo. I think they'll go through. But yeah,
Celta Vigo through them.
There's a lot of other fixtures we can discuss, but we'll discuss the English clubs on Friday. Also, Brentford drew with Wolves last night. We'll discuss that on Friday's show. Can Wolves make a late survival surge? We'll see. But guys, that's been us for today. 1 hour exactly. Like button, subscribe if you're new. 38 to 600. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the NFL show. Enjoy the Champions League games tonight. Josh's channel is in the description. Go subscribe to him. Let's get him to 50. We are out. Take care, people. Like, share, subscribe. Have a good night. Enjoy the Champions League.